Greetings and welcome to Living Well Seminars. My name is Pam Madala and I am the director for Living Well Seminars for the Fresno Central Seventh-day Adventist Church. I am also a nurse practitioner. Usually we meet together on a monthly basis to learn more about our bodies and health issues, as well as learning how to prepare food and, the best part, to sample those foods. Unfortunately, because of the COVID-19 virus, we aren't able to meet together. So we are meeting virtually. I am glad you are with us for this presentation. Tonight we're going to talk about COVID-19 and how we can help prevent the virus from attacking our bodies. We are going to talk also about some information that's provided to us from the GLOW Ministries, presented by the Central California Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Many of you know what the GLOW pamphlets look like. They are these little glow tracts that we present to many people around the world. But for this presentation, we're going to be talking about the COVID glow tract. And this is the picture that is on the glow tract. Unfortunately, I could not get a copy of the glow tract because we are not able to get over to the conference for these. So I'm showing you a picture of what it looks like so that when you go online and you order them or you call the conference, you will know what you're looking for. Okay, so in 1897, a novel written by H.G. Wells, The Invisible Man. Do you remember that? Most of us remember the television show back in the 60s, but this was a novel written in 1897. It was a sci-fi thriller, and it revolves around an evil scientist who discovers the secret of invisibility. And with that, he torments his ex-girlfriend. No one can see him, no one can hear him except when he talks and speaks to them. Yet he was very deadly. Now, in the television show from the 1960s, the Invisible Man was a good character, but in the original novel, he was a very sinister gentleman. It is the same with the coronavirus and many other viruses. They are sinister and they are invisible. We can't see them, we can't taste them, we can't smell them, we can't hear them, but they are out there, and yes, they can kill us. The Centers for Disease Control tells us that we need to protect ourselves. We need to do this by washing our hands, by coughing into our arms, hopefully not your hands because we're touching each other with our hands. So cough into your elbows and use sanitizers. Wash your hands often and use the sanitizers often as well. We want to disinfect our surfaces. This is going to help us to prevent catching viruses or germs, bacteria, whatever, and passing them on. Now, this is a good way to start by doing these things, but it isn't the overall end-all. There is much more that we need to do, and basically we need to start with ourselves. Now, if you can imagine, you're in a room full of people, and all of a sudden, bursting through the door comes your knight in shining armor, your guardsman, your Superman, your Batman, whoever it is you want, that you think of, that you identify with. But that knight in shining armor is there to protect you. And that is your immune system. Your immune system is there to protect you. If you are being bombarded too often by viruses, bacteria, germs, whatever, then your immune system, it weakens and it cannot protect you as well. So the question is, how do we defend ourselves? How do we make our immune system stronger to fight for us and to take care of us? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Constant stress, poor diet, lack of exercise, lack of sleep, lack of sunshine, all of these are deterrents to our immune system. We have to take very good care of ourselves so that our bodyguard, our knight in shining armor, all of those defenses that are in our bodies are going to be there to help strengthen us and to ward off those bacteria, viruses, germs, whatever that we are being bombarded with every single day. A healthy lifestyle will strengthen you, strengthen your army, and your immune system. So let's talk about antioxidants. Antioxidants are powerful immune boosters. And again, a lot of this information that I'm presenting right now is in that glow track on COVID-19. So please contact the Central California Conference and order those glow tracks so you can read more about it. I'm just presenting a small part of it. So antioxidants, what do? They actually remove the oxidants from your system. And these oxidants, otherwise known as free radicals, they bombard our system and they kill off our system through the blood system. So we want to make sure that our antioxidants are strong, and we want to get those because we want to kill off the oxidants. The oxidants are toxic byproducts of normal metabolism. Oxidants, or otherwise known again as free radicals, weaken your immune system and damage your DNA. However, there's a good side to this. You can strengthen and increase the antioxidants in your system by, and many of you know the acronym New Start. So by doing these things from New Start acronym, you can help raise your immune system. So New Start stands for N is nutrition. Nutrition, if you are not taking in the right amount of nutrition, the right type of nutrition, you can't feed your body. You cannot feed those antioxidants, or you're not going to get the antioxidants in. You just won't have those fighter cells there for you, and we need them there. E is for exercise. If we don't have the exercise, we are not going to strengthen our immune system again there. We've got to get the exercise in every single day. Even if it means that after every meal that you get up and stand in place and just walk very quickly standing in place, even for 10 minutes after every meal, that helps to reduce the glucose, the sugar levels, and bring those levels down. It reduces the fat. It helps to get the oxygen flowing through your body. Exercise is very, very important. Water, N-E-W, W is water. You've got to have that water. You've got to get the water in every single day. Fresh water is the best. You've got to clean out your system. Remember that with COVID does not like warmth, does not like the heat. So if you are raising your core temperature by exercising, that's going to make you hot. That's going to help kill that COVID off. If you are drinking warm water, putting lemon in that water, and the lemon is going to help reduce the bacteria here in the throat, and again help to reduce the amount of COVID virus that is in you. So warm water, and water again also with your showers, hot showers. Now many like to say hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, and then cold ending your shower with. It helps your immune system as well. So we have the N for nutrition, E for exercise, W for water, S is sunshine. Sunshine is essential. Without the sunshine, we really don't get the vitamin D into our system. Now vitamin D, yes, you can get it from the milk and the grains that we put into the products as they're being developed and made, but the best is from the sun that hits our skin and changes the vitamin D into our system. So we need to get that sunshine. We need to be out into the sunshine. Sunshine, again, actually kills bacteria, kills those viruses. So we want to get that sunshine. T is temperance. Temperance, we want to make sure that we're putting good things into our bodies. We want to stay away from alcohol. We want to stay away from smoking and drugs. And even sitting in front of the TV all day long or playing the video games, that's part of temperance. Temperance is very important. We've got to think about these things. Do go outside, get some exercise, enjoy the sun as much as we can. Right now it's raining outside. A, so we've got New Start. N-E-W-S-T. A is for air. Breathe it in. Get that fresh air in as much as possible. Make sure that you are strengthening those lungs by deep breathing. Very, very important. We also, by breathing and exercise, that's going to reduce our stress levels. Stress is a killer. I know. It almost killed me. Yeah, it kills a lot of people. We need to reduce the stress. We do that by our air that we intake, deep breathing, exercising, water, all of the rest. And then again, we have R, N-E-W-S-T-A-R. R is for rest. If we aren't getting the right amount of rest, our body isn't able to heal. We must go to sleep at night in the dark. That's the way God designed it, so that our bodies can rest. Our bodies actually heal in the night when we are sleeping. So if you aren't going to bed until midnight, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, your body is not going to heal as it would if you go to bed at 9 or 10 o'clock and then wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Your body does heal better and you will get better rest that way. You want to make sure that all of the lights are off and you have darkness, because the brain won't shut off. The eyes can still see the lights that show. And then T, again, for New Start, N-E-W-S-T-A-R-T, is trust in God. Again, that is our source. Trust in God, give us peace. We will have less stress and we will know what to do. We need to make sure that we are following God in His directions of the Bible so that we can be healthy and we can be givers to other people as well. We're going to transfer from here on into the kitchen in just a moment, and I'm going to show you I'm going to actually demonstrate for you the smoothie that I make in the mornings. Now my smoothies are full of antioxidants so that I have a better immune system. But, so why do I want to tell you about smoothies? I want to tell you so that you understand why we drink them and what it's doing for our bodies, and where we can get all of these good foods. The information that I'm giving to you from this presentation comes, of course, from the tract team, from that COVID-19 coronavirus tract, that's one. Second place is from the Cleveland Clinic, from the Very Well Family website, and from prevention.com. Okay, so we've got different foods that are very important for our bodies in order to give us those fighter cells that are going to build up our immune system. What are they? And I know that you know many of them, especially if you've been coming to Living Well, because we talk about them often. One would be your grains, your oats and your barleys. Now, grains like oats and barleys, they contain beta-gluten, a type of fiber with antimicrobial and antioxidants capabilities more potent than echinacea, and this is from a Norwegian study. So I thought that was really important. Your grains give you your vitamin Bs, which gives you energy and helps to ward off infections. Garlic. Garlic is such a great product. This is from the onion family, and it contains an active ingredient called allicin, which fights infection and bacteria. Now, in one British study, they gave 146 people either a placebo or a garlic extract for 12 weeks. The garlic takers were 2/3 less likely to catch a cold than those taking the placebo product. Now, garlic is pretty strong, and so you have to be careful when and where you're taking garlic, but garlic is very, very good, and I do suggest using garlic in your food. Vitamin C. There's a reason that we're told to take vitamin C, especially when we're sick. The nutrition is great for your skin. Who would know that? We know that other vitamins are good for the skin, but who would know that vitamin C was? As the skin is a barrier for your body to ward off organisms, harmful organisms. And so we want our skin to be very strong, right? So, getting enough vitamin C can actually, or if you don't get enough, vitamin C, it can actually impair your immune response and make you more susceptible to infections. You would be very surprised, because most of us think, oh, I'm eating oranges, so I'm getting plenty of vitamin C. However, as a nurse practitioner, when I draw people's blood, or I send them out to have their blood drawn, and I ask for vitamin C levels, many come back with no vitamin C level at all. So many of us are not getting enough vitamin C. This is very important. So where do you get your vitamin C? Vitamin C we can get from bell peppers, not just the green. Actually, the red bell peppers have more vitamin C than the green do, but the yellows and oranges as well. And the bell peppers have more vitamin C than strawberries, mangoes, kiwis, and yes, broccoli. Broccoli is loaded with vitamin C. Very, very good products. And there are even more. Your green leafy vegetables have vitamin C. Kale, mustard greens, spinach, Brussels sprouts, strawberries, papaya. These are all excellent sources of vitamin C. There are so many. God gave us so many great products out there. We just need to eat His food that He designed and gave to us. Vitamin E. Vitamin E is so good for the skin. If you have a scar, vitamin E helps the scar to lessen. It may not take it completely away, but it helps to smooth it out some. Like vitamin C, vitamin E can be a powerful antioxidant that helps your body fight off infections. Almonds, peanuts, hazelnuts, sunflower seeds, these are all high in vitamin E, as well as many of the other nuts. So is spinach and broccoli. So you can see, just by getting broccoli and spinach along with your nuts, you're going to be getting a lot of your vitamins that we need on a daily basis. This important vitamin, part of nearly 200 biochemical reactions in your body, is critical in how your immune system functions. Foods high in vitamin B6 include bananas, baked potatoes, chickpeas, and many more products. How many of you love hummus? That's full of vitamin Bs. That's a great product. How about your vitamin A? Vitamin A, we all know vitamin A is important for the eyes, but it's also very important for the skin. Vitamin A are your colorful orange type vegetables. They are full of the carotenoids, your carrots, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, cantaloupe, squash. All of these are great foods. The body turns these carotenoids into vitamin A, and they have an antioxidant effect to help strengthen the immune system. We want to stop those infections. Your skin, as part of your immune system, is about, now remember, I'm shorter than most people, but on an average, 16 square feet of skin serves as your first line defense against bacteria, viruses, and other undesirables. So we want to stay strong, keep our skin strong. And you get these, you keep the skin nice and strong by eating the foods, again, that God gave us in the first place. The orange pigmented stuff, foods, not just stuff, foods, sweet potatoes, carrots, squash, pumpkins, cantaloupe, and even kale. Kale has vitamin A, good antioxidants. Another antioxidant are your mushrooms. For centuries, people around the world have turned to mushrooms for a healthy immune system. Studies show that mushrooms increase the production and activity of the white blood cells. The white blood cells are your fighter cells. So when you get sick, your fighter cells, they go out and they are fighting to make you better. We need to make sure that we've got the strength in our bodies to keep our fighter cells fighting. Mushrooms and the products that are in the mushrooms, they make your white blood cells more aggressive to fight off those viruses, bacteria, or other undesirables that we don't want in our system. Shiitake, maitake, and ricini mushrooms appear to pack the biggest immunity punch of all the mushrooms. Then we have selenium. Selenium is another powerful antioxidant. It improves our immune system as well, including the potential to slow the body's overactive responses to certain aggressive forms of cancer. So you can find selenium in garlic, broccoli, Brazil nuts, barley, and lots of other foods. Selenium, magnesium. If you are low in magnesium, which we get from nuts, you may not sleep as well. So again, that rest is very important. We get that. Make sure that your magnesium levels are at a good level. Zinc. Zinc is another vitamin, mineral. It's a mineral, not a vitamin, that helps to heal our bodies. If you have a wound, your wound will heal better if you have the zinc in your body. And you get the zinc from yogurt, chickpeas, you get it in your nuts, and again, it helps your immune system to be strong. Vitamin D, without the vitamin D, your muscle, pardon me, not your muscles, but your bones, they weaken, your teeth fall out. You actually can have headaches. A recent study that I just read was offering information about headaches that decrease if you have the right amount of vitamin D in your system. Vitamin D, yes, we get it from they add it into milks and cereals and other products, but the best source, of course, is getting it out from sunlight, which God gave to us. Folic acid and folate. Ladies, if you are planning to be pregnant in the near future, years from now, it's very important that you have the right folic acid in your system, because it helps to reduce the chances of neural tube defects in your fetus during the first few months of its growing process. So you get your folic acid, that's your vitamin Bs, and you can get those in your enriched breads, pastas, rice, and 100% whole grain products. Make sure that when you are looking for these, any product that you're going to purchase, make sure you're getting ones that have very little to no sugar. Sugar tells those, remember those fighter cells that I was telling you about? Sugar actually tells those fighter cells to go take a nap, so your body isn't able to fend off. So stay away from those sugars, except for God's natural sugars. That's in your fruits and that you're going to eat that way. Those are good. Iron. Iron is another product, very, very important for our body. Iron carries the oxygen all through the body, so you've got to make sure you have the right amount of iron. And we're going to get that from our beans, broccoli, and from our dark green leafy vegetables like a kale. Again, great products. Most of these products that God gave to us, these foods that we grow, that are gifts from God, have everything that our body needs so that we can have a strong immune system. So I hope that you are getting what you need in the way that you are eating. What I presented is just a small little snippet of what God has given to us. I hope you will take this information and go on and learn more. Now we're going to go into my kitchen and I'm going to show you how I make my smoothie. Hi. Okay, so to make a smoothie, it's so simple, and there are so many different types of smoothies that you can make. In our house, I generally make smoothies every morning because, again, I want to build up my defense systems. So these are just some products that you can use to make your smoothies. You can actually put in almost anything that you want to, but these are the things that I use. And mostly because this is what I have and I have abundance of, so I want to use them. So in making my smoothie, I take my almond milk and I use unsweetened. You can make your own almond milk, and someday we'll do that with you. Very, very simple. But I take my unsweetened almond milk. I like it better than other milks. And just pour it into your blender. Of course, I always like my Vitamix because it just doesn't wear out. It's a great product. I take green leafy vegetables, and I usually use a variety. I don't just use one kind, but I have lots of different ones here. I like to use kale, mustard green, collards, all different ones. We grew these, so again, they're very good for it. I also take, I put in a variety of berries. Berries are full of antioxidants, so good for us, good cancer fighters. So I just put them on, and those were frozen. So you can use fresh or frozen. And again, like I said, I use whatever I have. Oftentimes I will put in flaxseed or dates and other products. I cut up an apple, which I will put in, and then I'm going to, and you can put, lots of people put ice in. I generally don't put ice, but you can use ice. And then I just start mixing them up. My walnuts come from our walnut trees, So again, we want to get at least a handful of good nuts every single day. So here's my handful of walnuts. I'm going to put that in. Oops, drop one. Turn that up a little bit. And I take a whole banana. Very often I will freeze my bananas, which you do just by taking it all out of the wrapper and putting it in some wrapper and putting it in the freezer. That way you can use it anytime. Look at that. You want to grind it up. Let it go for a couple of minutes. And that's all there is to it. And that's how I make my smoothies. Like I said, I make them most mornings. It's thick, but I like it that way. If you don't like it that thick, you can always add more water, you can add ice, you can add more milk, whatever you like. So, very good. Blessings. In the last portion, while we were still in the other room, and I was talking about the trusting in God as the end of the new start, the T in the new start. That's the last thing I want to talk about here. Believe and trust. This is in the COVID track from the Glow Track team. This world is a battleground, not a playground. We all have skirmishes to fight in the mental, physical, and spiritual realm. The principles shared here will help you reduce the risk of illness and fight smart when it does occur. Yet, in this broken world, full of heartache, injustice, and sin, there is no guarantee of freedom from trials or sickness. That's why we need a real yet presently visible helper. That helper is Jesus Christ, our Savior, helper, and best friend. Not only did he die on a cruel cross for our sins, but he rose from the dead. And you'll find that in 1 Corinthians 15, verses 3 and 4. God has given us principles to reduce risk. Yet, if we do suffer, he will not abandon us. The Lord will strengthen him on his bed of illness. You will sustain him on his sickbed. Psalms 41, verse 3. He gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might, he increases strength. Isaiah 40, verse 29. Whatever happens, God invites you to trust in him now. You can look forward to a wonderful eternity without pain, tears, sickness, or even death. He promises this wonderful future to all who give their hearts fully to him. In this coronavirus-infected world, our invisible helper is able to conquer all invisible foes. Don't be afraid. Keep looking up. God bless you.